Hi everyone, my name is Laura Stranks and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining me today. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love you to subscribe to my channel. It's called Creative Gems, if it's your first time watching. And for those that are returning, thank you for watching again. I've got a Facebook group called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. So all the PDFs for these and all my other cards that I do on YouTube and some lives that I do on my group, they're all pinned into the Files tab in that group, Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. There's also a featured tab in there that you'll find my live videos that I do on a Saturday morning. If you wish to join that group, excuse me, there's a couple of questions that you need to answer. One is why you wish to join, and the other that you agree to the rules. If you don't see those questions on the device you're on when you go to join, try joining from a different device. You will be rejected if you don't answer the two questions, but you will get a little notification back to say the reason why you were not accepted into the group. And I've also got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. In there is just all cards that I do at my workshops and classes that I share with everyone. So with all that little bit aside, I'm going to do this card today. It's one I've designed myself. It's very, very simple card. It's probably one of the simplest ones I've ever done. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm doing it in totally different colours as well. This is one of the new papers. It's an online exclusive. I only got it a couple of days ago. And it's called, while I'm tipping it all out of the packet, upside down, it's called Serene Love. It's a 12 by 12 paper, and it's a take on some of the old papers that we used to have years ago, and all they've done is change the colours. There's Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon in different patterns, and that on the back. That one there I'm using today. That's the Lost Lagoon that I showed you before. There's a couple of sheets of each. This one here is also Lost Lagoon. That's very pretty. Nice on the back. And then there's also Old Olive, which there's a couple of designs in the Old Olive as well, which is that one, and some spots on the back, and that nice one there. So I think I'll get plenty of use out of this lot. I love all those colours. There is two other online exclusive papers that have just been released with that one. One is a 6x6, which I don't like. I very rarely buy 6x6 paper. It doesn't suit the cards. I don't get enough out of a pack. When I do my workshops where I've got 12 ladies, I have to buy several packs, and then you end up with quite a few bits left over. And the other pack, I wasn't as fussed on the colours as this one. It's a 12 by 12 as well, but if you hop online in the Stampin' Up! Website, you'll see all the packs in there. They're new ones just released. So we shall get on to this card. I've called it a hidden greeting card. Now it just looks like a normal card with a mat on the front, but when you open it up, it's got just a little for you. I'm doing different greetings on my next one and different colours as well. That's how I've done that one. Fairly simple to do, a lot of layering, and I'll show you all the pieces that I've used. So I have my measurements here for the next one. The next one, with that one I did a white base. This one here I've got a navy base, so I'll just go through the pieces with you. My main base is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. These are more suited to Australian and UK measurements. I think the US, they usually do 5 1/2, but you could adapt it to that and just change all the mat sizes. It will still work the same. So that's that one. Then my front mat is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. That one's going on there. And then the DSP on the front is 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. And then the banners, I'll show you. I've put them all together here on a magnetic sheet. The banners I'm using today are these Nested Essentials. If you haven't got those, any rectangle die would do, or even just cutting a rectangle, and I'll show you how to score the top of it so it flaps in underneath. One of the smaller greetings underneath this banner is from the Stylish Shapes, and I'm also using some of these butterflies from the Beautiful Butterflies set. It's one of the new sets in the new mini catalogue. So they're the dies I've used. My 3 layering, what are they called? Nested Essentials. I've got the Night of Navy in the larger one, and I've scored it at 1/2 inch along the top. I'll show you all the scoring in a minute. These 2 will be cut. So they're the next 2 in that's Petal Pink, and then the Night of Navy, which is the reverse of this one here. It's just on the back side of that one. So that's those 3. I've got the measurements here for each piece. The large one is 5 by 3, the next one is 4.5 by 2.5, and the alternate one is 4.5 by 2. But if you just do your own rectangles, you can do whatever size you like. Even just cutting freehand, not worrying about dies. It doesn't really need dies. Then I've got a lot of little pieces for my decorations. Then my inside mat, which the green one that I did, I put the green around the edge, the Lost Lagoon, and then a white, but that was because my base was white. This one here, because my base is navy, I've just gone straight with the white. So in here, where it's got the inside mat, you won't need this piece here. You'll have this inside white, but it will be that size. So this is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and then that mat there is only if you put a mat underneath this one, if that makes sense. So we just need one mat inside. So we'll just put the measurements aside. All those measurements will be in the description box of the video today. And that PDF, as I mentioned before, will be in the Files tab in my Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials group. So we shall do some scoring to start with. So on the long side here, this is already 8 1/4. I'll just double check that. 8 1/4. So you're going to score it in half on the long side at 4 1/8, which is there. Excuse me, got the cough good and well this morning. Too much talking. This one here, your largest die cut, once you've die cut it out, I'm just doing a score 1/2 inch in from the top, because it flaps in under this mat at the front here, and that'll give you, I've just put it on my 1/2 inch mark on this side, and I've scored that along there like so. And then that will fold down like that. That will create your little hinge to flap it up and down. I'll burnish that in a minute. And then these 2 pieces, you will need to cut 1/2 inch off on one end. So I'm just lining that up with the 1/2 inch mark there. That way you've got the even border all the way around. And I'm just cutting that tiny 1/2 inch piece off that, and another 1/2 inch piece off this one. I'm just lining it up with the line here because this is an odd shape. Just line it up on your line there and take 1/2 inch off that one. And that is it, all the scoring you need to do. So then we can layer these together. I'll do that in a minute. We'll get this bit done here. So fold your base in half and burnish that. I'll just get my bone folder, burnish that nicely. And the front, this won't get glued on until we put this on. So you can put your DSP onto the mat first. That's not a problem to do that. But don't stick it straight on your card. You need to put that little 1/2 inch flap over the top of this, so it's hidden underneath. There's no direction on this paper, I don't think. It's sort of mixed, matched up and down everywhere. Just move that across a fraction. All good. So this here, we can put these 3 layers together. I'll do them first. I'm doing the reverse pattern on the DSP, and I've got some decorations to put on the top of this. So we'll just put these one on top of the other, and you'll have that 1/8, or it's probably a bit more than 1/8. It's whatever the next die down. And see, by cutting that 1/2 inch off at the top there, it's nice and even all the way around. And then this one can go onto the blue one. This is Petal Pink. Pink and blue always go nice together, and they're my 2 favourite colours. Well, my favourite colour is Night of Navy, but I do love pink as well. So this one will go on here with the same border. If you line up your little points there, makes it easy to do. So that's your little front hidden to hide your underneath piece. So this is going to go onto the top of this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a strip of tear and tape. I did get it out. This here. Just a strip of tear and tape. I might even be able to fit 2 strips in. I think I can. I'll get that close to the score line there. You could use liquid glue on this, but I do prefer tear and tape when it's something that's getting a lot of movement. It's nice to have it nice and secure. I'll put 2 strips across there. You can overlap them. All you do is take the top one off. I think it's the top one you take off first. Doesn't really matter. They're only just overlapping. So we'll take those 2 off. And then we're sort of eyeballing this here. So it's in the center. If you can see that. I think it's pretty much centered. Push it right down so it's flush in with that score line, and give it a good press, and it does eventually sit down nice and flat for you. It's not very thick for postage, so you're pretty well good, except by the time we put some embellishments on it, it might make it a little bit thicker. And I am going to layer up my greeting on the top as well, so that will go then onto there. I do like the pink and the blue. When I chose the paper, I thought, oh, I don't know what to put with that. The greens are hard to line up with a colour, but navy's not. Just move that up a fraction. That's better. So that's that. Now we can do the inside actually first. I'll just pop this in. This here, I'll tell you where I got all my greetings from. This one is Time to Celebrate, which is not on that one, it's on this one. This is the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set, Time to Celebrate, and I showed you the dies before. The little spots here, that's the butterfly I used down here, and the little spots, that's those that I've done in the pink around the butterfly. So that's that greeting. My front greetings, I've got this little one here to hide underneath, which is from So Sincere. It's just for you. I'm going to hide that one underneath. And then in this same set, this suited it really well, this happy birthday here, because it'll go down the center of that. And then I've got some butterflies to decorate on that as well. But we'll put the inside piece in first and get that finished. It's a very quick card. I've been doing lots of fancy fold ones lately, and I thought I'll just do a nice little quick one for everyone. I hope you like the design. Make sure your greeting's up the right way. And as you saw on the other one, because I had a white base, I did put a matte down first and then another white on top of that. I very rarely do white bases, but that lends itself nicely to the white. Then we have got this, which I'm going to put down the center of this. Just goes nicely in there, and I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals, which I did get some out. I've just about finished the other pack. I'll use the edges up on something else, but this one here, we'll put some down the center of this. I think this is the only vertical stamp we have for a happy birthday and I use it quite a bit. I'm just popping that down the centre. We'll put it sideways so we can get it nice and straight. It'll go just up and above there, like so. I think that's pretty much straight. And then I've cut these little butterflies. I've got 3 of them here, and I've put a Night of Navy body on him, and I then put Wink of Stella over the top. I'm not sure if you can see the shimmer on that. I've shimmered them all with the Wink of Stella just to make them look pretty. So I'm going to put one there. I know I can put one down here. I'll have to lift him up a little bit to line up with that. And then I was going to pop another one up here somewhere, somehow. So we've got them sort of scattered. Actually, if we go this way, I might be able to just put a little bit of glue up on the top of his body here. Just stick him on there. He'll fit nicely on there. I don't think it doesn't need a dimensional under that. He'll sit there nicely. And these I'm just going to glue flat as well. Just a little bit of glue in the centre. I'll have them all going the same way. And oh, this one, yeah, I'm going to put that one the other way. They're flying in different directions. My favourite little decoration for most of my cards is butterflies. I've got lots of butterfly stamps, and I don't mind how often Stampin' Up! Bring out butterflies, because I will get them. And I think I've kept every butterfly stamp set I own. I know I've got a few. So that's that there. And then all you're going to do is lift this up, and we're going to, and so I did work out a way to do this with a pencil, so you get it sort of in the middle. This one probably wouldn't, actually I might just do this one freehand. The other one that I did here, because it was a bit longer, I didn't want it showing out. If I put it down too low, it was going to hang out the side. So I marked it with a pencil either side here, where the centre of this was, like so there. And then I lined that up so it was sort of underneath the widest part of the banner. But this one here, I'm going to put it a little bit lower, and it will still get hidden. And I'm just putting it flat so that it doesn't push up the bulk of the card. So long as I centre it pretty much. I'll just, before we stick it down, we'll make sure it's not showing out the sides. Straighten it up, don't tip it. I'll hold it up because I know it's crooked. There we go. And I have got some embellishments to put on the little butterflies as well. We'll just burnish this a little bit. It will sit down flat eventually, which it's doing right now once you burnish it nicely. I've got these, which they are, I think they were the freebie ones, or no, they might be in the mini catalogue. I can't remember now. There could be a freebie one in the Celebration. I think they're in the mini catalogue. I can't remember. I know there's some nice stuff in the little Celebration catalogue, and I'm just going to use these pink ones on here. There's a couple. I'll use the smaller ones. It doesn't say on here what colour they are. I'll just put one up on there, up on the top. And maybe a bigger one at the top of the greeting. And that will be enough. That looks like soft sea foam, peach pie, and pretty in pink. I think that might be the colours. They don't tell you on the packs anymore what colours they are. You need to look it up in the catalogue or wherever they first advertised. And that is my card. It's called a hidden greeting card. So just a little greeting underneath. I hope you like that. It's all done. Give it a go. And remember, you don't have to use these type of frames. Have a go with whatever you've got available and see how you go. Thanks for watching again today, and I shall catch you all again next week. Have a lovely week. Bye for now.